All right, so we're back here. Bailey's still here. She hasn't moved. We just got a little sip of our coffee with our coffee mug. Don't you want one of these? Yeah, you got to do a good job. So you're here. It even has my name. Look, we're doing promo. Anybody that wants this flow shop or shop, it's gonna be open. All right, so let's get right into it. So we're gonna be doing our massing. I know it takes a lot of preparation work, but I'm actually explaining it and doing it at the same time, which it takes time. If challenge me, I can do it in 2x speed. And if you want to do it in 2x speed, you can actually just click on the video and do it on 2x, 3x, I think 5x. You don't even have to hear me. You just have to watch me. So great. So we have our Google Earth on the background, which we've been looking at. We have our property card, and we have our video from the initial consultation. Now we're ready to actually draw. Okay, and I'm assuming nobody knows, or whoever's watching doesn't know any Revit. So I'm gonna try to explain things a little bit so that I can, continue to increase diversity in the field of architecture. Right? Okay. So, and make sure that people learn from whichever background they may be. All right. So I've cleaned this thing up. This is not by far not what we're doing, but where do we go? We go to our basement floor plan. And our basement floor plan, we have a box. This is important because now we're gonna make some decisions. We're gonna decide what's the front, what's the side. Throughout architectural history of drafting, we've always liked to either put the north up, that's one way of laying out these, or ensure that either the street's up or the street's down. In this case, my preferred method is the street is down. Okay. I don't care where north is. We're gonna do something called true north versus project north, which is something else. A lot of people don't know about it, so we'll get to it another day. But these are the decisions. So literally, this is gonna be my front entrance. This is gonna be my side yard. This is gonna be my left side yard. This is gonna be my rear. That's the first decision we're gonna make. Okay. So that said, what do I need to be able to create my massing? Well, that baby right there. That baby's pretty good to me. So we're gonna figure out how to get it in. You're like, how do I get that thing into my model? It's simple. Find it on the desktop. Don't leave it on the desktop though. Find it on the desktop where you have it, and I'm gonna have to sort by date because I keep telling people not to save everything on their desktop, but I do. Sorry. Do as I say, no as I do. Okay, so and then you just drag it and drop it. All right. So the next really big step is to scale this baby. You're like, whoa, you just dropped that image in there. Should we just trace it? No, we have to scale it. Okay. How do we scale? Everybody drum. So we select the image. We pick this button right here that's called scale, and the shortcut is RE. And the first thing you're going to want to know is a reference point. The reference point could be that corner. Okay? Okay, that's point X. And now we need to know point Y or whatever, right? That one. And what size is that going to be? What size is that going to be? 15 feet. Okay. This property card actually has dimensions of each one of the faces. 15 feet. So you're just gonna type 15 feet. And done.
What if it doesn't have that?
Hold on.
That was easy.
Yeah, 15 feet. What if it doesn't have that? So property cards typically have that. Okay. If they don't have that, we'll go to Plan B. All right, we'll go to Plan B. So that's there. That's done. Perfect. What do? I'm going to type MV. I'm going to pick this corner and say that corner is going to be that corner. All right. You're like, okay, I can see it. We're good. We're moving along. But hey, Darwin, the floor is hiding my space. I can't really see it. The floor is hiding my entire space. I can't see it. Well, you can go to VG, visibility graphics, find floor, F, 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 and hide it. Literally, you can hide it. You can say, you know what? I don't want you to show up at all. You don't exist to me. It's showing up. Oh my goodness. That's one option. I just click on undo, which is Control Z. But the other option is select that baby, and that baby can be either on the background or on the foreground. Great. It's a problem. We can't see where we're drawing now. We need both. We really just need both, right? So what do I do? Well, in my opinion, you can just select that. And I think there is a way of giving it transparency, maybe not. Nah, I don't think so. It would be great if we could have given it some transparency, right? I just clicked on that and see if I can do some transparency. No, I can't. I don't know. Well, that doesn't work. So I don't like it on top, and I don't like it underneath. That sounds like something inappropriate. But we want to see it. So I guess you can just hide the floor. And you can literally just hide it also by clicking it. And I just did tab. Tab allows you to move through something. Like I'm hovering there, so it's tab, 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 tab. So that's that. You can just hide it. All right. Now you're like, oh, I hit it. I don't know how to find it. There's this little light bulb here, and that's it. By the way, if I make any dramatic noise, like, oh, it's not making fun of anybody. It's just me. I forgot I hit it and I don't know where it is. It's happened to me. All right. So if I'm making fun of anybody, it's me. So that's it. And then you start just appropriating these walls to where they need to go. You're like, well, but I only have 4. How do I make sure I keep making more of them? Well, simple. You select one and you click the button CS. CS means create similar. It's one of my favorite tools in Revit. It allows you to create a copy of whatever you've already have in there. And right now, as you know, our property bar is telling us that we are, or status bar, it's telling us we are on a wall that's 10 inches thick. And it's a foundation wall. Great. We're in the basement level. Or checklist, real quick. We're in the basement level. Very important to draw in the right place. We are on the existing plan, which is highlighted here in black. That's great. And we have an existing outline to draw with. And we have the right wall, which is a foundation wall. We don't have an exterior sheathing wall or siding. We're good. We just start drawing. All right. So literally, it's just a really. Have you played the follow the lines game? So you just follow the line. Follow.
So you're basically just tracing.
Follow. By the way, follow means speak in Portuguese. We're not trying to speak Portuguese. We are just saying follow in English, okay? So that's that. That's that. You're like, okay, looks good to me. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Great. Looks great. Okay, we're going all around. Beautiful. We've already outlined our entire building. That's great. Let's take a pause for a second. All right, so we've already traced around most of this building. There's a little trim work that we need to do. And by the way, so to clean things up, it's just TR, and click on 1, and click on 2. Nice. Click on 1, and click on 2. Yep. And then these guys are extra. We don't need them. Go. Adios. And then we keep creating similar. CS, I'm sorry. Then create similar. Okay, and we create another similar here. It will continue to create similar until you end the task. Create similar. And you can, I just did the bar, and that flips things around. Okay. Then I guess we can probably just TR that into that. It looks like that's how it goes, right? Then you know what? I can probably also draw up these guys, these divisions that you see here. Even though we don't know what they mean and what they are, well, they're there. So let's respect them, right? See, they may have a meaning later. But this will be your nice little sort of basement. By the way, this is actually not the basement. This is the first floor. First floor level. Ah, but it also says basement. Yeah, this is the basement. This is the basement.
With the basement?
BMT. This is the basement. BMT. This is literally the basement. Yeah. So now I wonder, do they have the first floor? Oh, sorry, this is nothing to do with that. My bad, guys. But where do we see the actual first floor? Doesn't matter, but that's the basement. BMT means the basement. Yeah, and it is how I remember it, by the way, from when I went. So this is very good. You're like, well, are we done? Yeah, pretty much. That's all I need. If we needed elevations, if we needed a bunch of other things, this is all I need. So we go in here and you're like, oh my goodness, this is completely wrong. We just have to make sure that the upper floor follows the lower floor. So if you want to be fancy about it, I do something else to create similar. But wait a minute, make sure this face, you see, is new construction. We gotta change that if you're gonna continue doing existing. Okay? So then you can go here and say create similar. CS and pick the outline. Okay, sorry. You can do the outline of that, and then all right. So yeah, you can do create similar here, like I said, and then you can do the whole outline of this whole building. Just make it look like accurate, but like I wouldn't get too crazy about this stuff right? So all we really want is a beautiful, clean plan. You can probably create rooms if you wanted to, or make it more fancy, but I don't really care about it. This is good for me. You throw this into a sheet, and the sheets that we use, by the way, are the presentation style, and this follows our process. Hey, you can pull that, delete it. You can name the project appropriately, which is 64 Talker. Well, that one, you don't type anything. You always copy and paste. That's true. So you just come here. It's just easier to do this. Right, come here. That's the name of the project. You can actually delete the project number. And what's the address? Well, it's the same thing, 64. Well, are you gonna do that way? Paste. Paste. Okay. Done. Perfect. Then the date changes. 08/23, 2022. Even that I copy and paste on the other. Oh my goodness, this text is too big. You can just do BSM. I'll just say renovation. No. So you can say basement reno, and that will fit. No, it's gotta fit. Okay, it has to. BSM. There are a couple things you can do, but just that's still. All right, there are all the options. You can edit the template and edit the sheets and make it smaller. Let's just call it reno for now. We'll figure it out later. But then you come in here and grab your basement plan from our project browser basement, existing basement. Basement, existing. Oop. Okay, here you go. That's good. Things I like have it as big as possible within the sheet because we're gonna sketch and I write really big. So so one thing I would do, a couple things I would do, even though for construction documents I want the plans to be like that. For the measurements, I don't really care. So we could turn this on right here and rotate it. I just say RO, rotate 90 degrees, and then have it like that. So now this is the front street. Okay, and then change the scale to 1/4. right here. So that's bigger. Undo. And I'm gonna then grab this baby really close to it. That's it. That's it.
So you're bringing this.
That's it. I don't even need the title, to be honest. I don't even need the title. So you can turn titles off by selecting the view and saying no title right here on the properties. Doesn't have the title. That's it. I do need to know, like, you know, sometimes I type things like front, side, rear. It's just for like purposes of understanding. And then we're gonna write, you know, Mr. Velez Liriano, right? I think it was the name. Right. Make sure the name is right. Make sure. Really, really important. Really, really important. Like if I call you Haley, how you feel? Okay. You know, your boyfriend call you Stephanie. He will be dumped that same day on the spot. Calling the person the wrong name has a meaningful impact. All right, so that's you know, I've learned from I think it's how to influence people and make friends and things like that. The Dale Carnegie book. The names are really important, really important. So this is good. And I only use the property. I only use those things that I had. But other things I want you to do is like locate windows, you know, and throw in some windows. Locate where the entrance is by looking at the video and saying, well, the entrance is in here. Let's throw in a door. You know, you can augment it. But if anything, if you just did this, I'm happy with it. If you go above and beyond and try to locate where the windows are, where things are, and make it a little nicer, like things like this, for instance, that should be 45 degrees. So DI, which is dimension, and then say angular, and just come here. Typically, the stuff is like 45 degrees. What's the opposite? The inverse of 45 degrees. I should know that. I don't know, but it's doing it like weird. But it should be, you know, angular. So this one's 45, 150. So they should be the same. Long story short, right? So if we wanted 125, let's just make it 125 each. Later on, we'll figure out exactly what they are, but that looks about right. See, that looks more clean. So you can disregard some of the property stuff later, like clean it. You know, there is like a door somewhere in here. That's not the door. You can just do openings. You know, throw in some 35-inch opening here and another one. Something. Windows. I do know Windows is WN, so you can just look for a basement window, which are like this casement type, and you know, I know there's one like here and another one here, and you're like, I'm not seeing it, Darwin. What's going on? It's because it's showing like really low. So like when I do you see the sill is at 1. You know what the sill is the lower part. So it should be like probably like a 6 feet. Still doesn't show up. That's a problem. So let's put it like a 5 feet. Still doesn't show. Well, you can fix it on the 3D. Because it's like they are too low. Okay, and you can massage this and get it, you know, 6 foot 8. All right, if it doesn't show up again in here for whatever reason, it has to do with the crop of your particular view right here. Your view right now is cropping at 4 feet. So nothing below 4 feet is gonna show up. There's nothing cut, and nothing above 4 feet. And this explains it. If you go here, it explains what these things mean. By the way, I can do a whole video on this. If anybody wants it, we can do it. But generally, just have to make sure it's in the right place. Like if I make so I went onto extents, view range, and then here.
Oh.
And you can watch this because you have it. I'm gonna upload it today. Great. All right. So on that sense, look, if I actually put a window at a sill of 4 feet, you should see it. Something is not right. I don't know why they're not showing up. Something is just not right. I really don't know why. 3 feet, 3 foot 6. I don't know. well, this we'll investigate the matter. But for now, you do have these. You can continue to clean it, continue to massage it. You go ahead, make a PDF of it, print like 5 copies of it. You're like, why? It rains. Why might get wet? I may sketch wrong and not use the erasable pens that we have. We use erasable pens in here, which is awesome. But I may make a mistake. But you do need one for the floor plan, one for the ceiling plan, because you're gonna show what's in the ceiling. Another one maybe for anything particular that you want to show, maybe utilities separate so it's clean, things like that. Okay? And I want you to make that PDF, email it to me, and print it. Why email it? Because I use my iPad. Sometimes I just import this into my iPad and I sketch with it. And likely I will use that, but I do want you to print it too because I want you to shadow me doing it, right? So that we do it together. And we're gonna be doing this thing tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. All right. So thank you. I hope this was helpful. You can watch it. You can repeat the steps. I want you to continue to further develop this model a little bit more. You still have some time. All right. So, and that's it. Thank you so much, Bailey. Thank you, everybody. Subscribe, give it a like. I hope you enjoyed it.